Our planet consists of such a spectrum of landscapes, climates, and natural wonders that one could travel the world and still be amazed at every new location. It is no surprise that in contrast to the natural beauty of our planet, we also find areas of immense danger and inhospitable landscapes. And so in this video we take a look at our top 5 most dangerous places on Earth. Let's begin. Number 5. The Danakil Desert, Ethiopia. The Danakil Desert is found in northeast Ethiopia and is known for its active volcanoes and high temperatures, which are regularly recorded around 50 degrees Celsius. The desert is one of the hottest places on the planet and has earned the nickname Hell on Earth. Many of the active volcanoes are reported to erupt or flow as often as once every year, causing loss of livestock and evacuation of any human inhabitants. Given the year-round high temperatures and active volcanoes, the Danakil Desert is one of the most unforgiving areas on the planet, and not one in which humans can survive easily. Number 4. Snake Island, Brazil. Snake Island is located off the coast of Brazil in the Atlantic Ocean, and has become famous as another of the most dangerous places on Earth. The island is partially covered by rainforest, but the bare rock and grassy areas are known to be home to the critically endangered but incredibly venomous golden lancehead pit viper. The snakes became trapped on the island when rising sea levels covered the connection to the mainland. This left the snakes to adapt to their environment, increase rapidly in population, and render the island dangerous to public visitation. While the island was once thought to have a population of around 430,000 snakes, recent estimates are much lower, most likely due to the natural leveling of the population. Current estimation of the pit viper's numbers are around 2,000 to 4,000. The snake's venom has been known to cause intestinal bleeding, kidney failure, hemorrhaging on the brain, and severe necrosis of the flesh. While human bites are almost never recorded due to the island's lack of inhabitants, the threat posed by these snakes will likely mean that no humans will ever settle on the island. Number 3. Lake Natron, Tanzania. Lake Natron is a salt and soda lake in northern Tanzania. The lake is a maximum of 35 miles long and 14 miles wide, and temperatures at the lake can reach up to 60 degrees Celsius. The alkalinity of the lake can reach a pH of greater than 12, and the lava flows which altered the landscape and lake bed have significant amounts of carbonate but very low calcium and magnesium levels. This has allowed the lake to concentrate into a caustic alkaline brine. The red photosynthesizing pigment in the cyanobacteria produces the deep reds of the open water of the lake and the orange colors of the shallow parts as well. The alkali salt crust on the surface of the lake is also often colored red or pink by the salt-loving microorganisms which live there. There was media coverage that claimed to show the lakes turning birds into stone, but there have been many different examples showing that this isn't exactly true. The preservation process is not something that happens instantaneously, and the chemical process to which they are subjected is much closer to Egyptian mummification. Although the bodies appear chalky and stone-like in appearance, they are in more of a state of salted preservation. Nevertheless, the sight of many bird carcasses turned to stone around the Red Lake are evidence of its danger. Number 2. The Alnwick Poison Gardens, England. While different from the other items on this list due to it being located in the relative natural stability of the United Kingdom, Alnwick Poison Gardens are counted among the most dangerous places on Earth due to the fact that every single plant within its gates can kill, paralyze, or in many ways affect anyone who comes into contact with them. The gardens were established in 2005 as a tourist attraction, but were initially created by the new Duchess of Northumberland in 1995. The plants contained within range from deadly nightshade and hemlock all the way to cannabis and opium poppies. Due to the dangerous or illegal nature of the plants on show, many required special government permission to cultivate and display. The grounds are under strict 24-hour security surveillance, and visitors are required to only ever look at the plants, as touch and smell of some of the plants can be enough to kill a fully grown adult. Number 1. Madidi National Park. Madidi is a national park in the upper Amazon River basin in Bolivia. Established in 1995 and has an overall area of 18,958 square kilometers, Madidi is part of one of the largest protected areas in the world. The national park covers most of the ground between the Andes Mountains and the Tuichi River in Bolivia, and everything is dangerous. In 1999, photographer Joel Sartore spent a month in the park attempting to capture a few photos of the wild pigs which live in the area. On the first night, Sartore watched a woman pull a botfly larva out of the flesh of her calf, and then shrug it off as though something like that happens all the time. At the end of the first week, he developed a flaming rash across his hands and face from brushing against a moth. One of the guides recounted a time where they stumbled across a pack of the wild pigs they were trying to photograph. They tried to climb a tree to escape, but the pigs pulled down one of the men and tore him apart. Later in the journey, a man spends days in agony as parasitic worms eat through his stomach. Several people, including one guide's 9-month-old baby, are infected with the parasitic fungus. Sartore gets a botfly larva in his hand, a larva which dig a hole into human or animal flesh, then crawl out as a fly once they complete metamorphosis. And finally, a few weeks after he left the park, Sartore was diagnosed with leishmaniasis, a flesh-eating parasite that he contracted from a sandfly bite. So there you have it. That was our top 5 list of the most dangerous places on Earth. Check back again for another top 5 darkest video. Until next time.